Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing tipsy slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas tonight.
What's up, everybody? It's Coach Medina. We're back here on this platform with another banger of a video. Today we're going to do a Where Are They Now for the class of 2017 top 4 kickers. So if you guys haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. It helps spread this video out to other people who like this kind of content, kicking content, punting content, all that good stuff, okay? So if you guys haven't done it yet, make sure you follow us on Instagram, subscribe to the channel at NewGen Kicking at NewGen TV. Okay, here we go. The number 4 ranked kicker in the country was Lucas Haversick out of Norco High School in California. As a senior, he went 11 for 16 on field goals with a long of 51. He averaged 39.8 yards per punt, landing 10 of them inside the 20-yard line. He holds the Norco High School record for longest field goal, most field goals in a season, and most touchbacks. He ended up committing to the University of Arizona on scholarship and ended up starting right away as a true freshman. As a freshman at Arizona, they primarily used him as a kickoff specialist and long-range field goals. He went 3 for 4 on long-range field goals from 43, 45, and 57 yards. The 57-yarder on October 28th against the number 15 Washington State tied the school record for longest made field goal. He also booted 63 touchbacks on 93 total kickoffs, ranking number 15 nationally in touchback percentage. In 2018, he played in all 12 games as the primary kickoff specialist while splitting place-kicking duties. He ranked second in the Pac-12 and number 9 amongst FBS competition for touchback percentage, booting 60 of his 74 kickoffs for touchbacks. He made 22 of 24 extra point attempts and converted on 6 of 11 field goal tries on the season, including a long of 55 yards in a victory over Colorado. In 2019, he appeared in all 12 games, handling both the field goal and kickoff responsibilities. He had 46 touchbacks on 62 kickoffs, averaged 61.3 yards per kickoff. On field goal, he went 10 for 17. He became the first kicker in Arizona history with 2 makes of 50 or more yards in the same season since Matthew Payton in 1996. He converted from 53 yards out in the season opener at Hawaii on August 24th, and then from 50 yards against Washington on October 12th. He was named the Pac-12 Special Teams Player of the Week following the Washington game, in which he also connected from 31 yards and had 5 touchbacks on 5 kickoffs. In 2020, he served as the Wildcats' primary kicker on field goals and kickoffs, and played in all 5 games. He went 6 for 7 on field goal attempts, connecting on 6 straight attempts to end the season. He missed just 1 PAT all year, finishing the shortened season 8 for 9. In his final season for the Wildcats, he played in all 12 games as the team's kickoff and long kick specialist. He was named All Pac-12 Honorable Mention for the 2nd season in a row. He made 9 field goals, including a school record 57-yarder against Utah, which tied his own school record. He made a 50-yard field goal versus Washington and finished his career with 5 50-plus yard field goals, making him the only Wildcat to make more than 3 in their career in the last 25 years. He was lethal on kickoffs as he regularly put the ball through the opponent's end zone. After graduating from Arizona, he got picked up by the Colts as an undrafted free agent and had a couple workouts with the Packers. However, literally today as I am editing this video, he's been signed to a futures/reserves contract with the Indianapolis Colts. Congrats, Lucas. The number 3 kicker in the class of 2017 was Jonathan Doerer out of North Carolina. As a senior, he connected on 9 of 16 field goals with a long of 44 yards. He had a 92% touchback rating on his kickoffs. He was ranked as a 5-star kicker on multiple platforms. He ended up committing to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish on a full scholarship. As a freshman in 2017, he saw action in 7 games as a kickoff specialist. He averaged 61.2 yards per kickoff on his 32 attempts, and 9 of his 32 kickoffs were touchbacks. During his sophomore season, he had 25 touchbacks on 56 kickoffs, his biggest game coming against Navy, where he made his first career field goal attempt from 30 yards out, going 5 for 6 on PATs and 4 for 8 on touchbacks. In 2019, during his junior season, he was a perfect 57 for 57 on PATs while going 17 for 20 on field goals, with 2 field goals going from 50 yards plus. He scored 108 points on the year, the most prolific scoring season by a kicker in school history. He became the first kicker in school history and just the 6th player all-time at Notre Dame to have a 100-plus point season. He connected from 51 yards out during the Camping World Bowl victory over Iowa State, 1 of 4 field goals that he made in that game. Here in the game ball against USC after making 3 field goal attempts from 45, 52, and 43 yards out. He owns 2 of the top 10 games for kicking points scored, with 16 points against Boston College and 15 against the Iowa State Cyclones. He became the 4th kicker in school history with multiple 50-plus yard field goals in a season, and the 5th to have multiple 50-plus yard field goals in a career. In 2020, during his senior season, he went 15 for 23, going 65.2% on field goal. He was named the Lou Groza Award Star of the Week during a 47-40 double overtime win against then number 1 Clemson. He went 5 for 5 on PAT and 4 for 5 on field goal. He only missed from 57 yards. His 17 points is tied for the most kicking points in a single game by any FBS player this season, and he broke the record for kicking points in a game at Notre Dame. He made 4 field goals that day, matching his previous career high in 2019 in the Camping World Bowl against Iowa State. During his grad season year, he went 16 for 21, going 76.2%. He was a Phil Steele All-Independent First Team and a Lou Groza Award Star of the Week at Florida State. After doing my own research, there wasn't really much information saying he pursued a professional career. The number 2 kicker in the country in the class of 2017 was Joseph Bulovas from Louisiana. He went to Mandeville High School and had offers from Army, Mississippi State, Alabama, Georgia Tech, Air Force, Tulane, Louisiana, Southeastern Louisiana, and UTSA, before ending up committing to Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. As a senior, he was named a U.S. Army All-American and had a lot of hype surrounding him heading into Tuscaloosa. He redshirted during the 2017 season when Alabama beat Georgia 26-23 to win its 17th national title. In 2018, he made 14 of 18 field goals, going 77.8%. He had a long of 49 yards against Mississippi State with 75 made PATs. He had 117 points during the 2018 season. During his sophomore year, Bulovas played in 11 games and started 9 of those games as a place kicker. In 2019, he made 8 of 11 field goal attempts with a long of 43 yards and also made 59 PATs. He produced a total of 83 points. Unfortunately, things took a turn after Bulovas missed a 30-yard game-tying field goal with 2:04 left on the clock. Alabama would go on to lose 48-45. He did not see any playing time during the 2020 season and ended up entering the transfer portal. He stayed in the SEC and committed to Vanderbilt, who ended that season 2-10. He went 14 for 19 on field goals with a long of 53 yards. He was perfect on extra points, making 15 out of 15. After graduating from Vanderbilt, there was no information that I could find that said that he pursued a professional career whatsoever. The number 1 kicker in the country for the class of 2017 was Brandon Ruiz. He went to Williamsfield High School in Arizona. As a senior, he went 17 for 20 on field goals with a long of 58 yards. He converted on 66 of 67 PATs. Here's a video of him nailing a 76-yard field goal. Obviously, he was the number 1 kicker in the class for a reason. With one of the biggest legs in the nation, he had offers from all over the country, including Arizona, Navy, Iowa State, Army, Brown, Oregon State, but eventually ended up committing to Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. However, he did end up flipping to Arizona State because he wanted to stay closer to home. As a freshman at ASU, he went 19 for 27, going 70.4%. His sophomore year, we saw a significant increase, going 18 for 22 at 81.8%. His junior year, he transferred to Mississippi State, where he went 10 for 12, going 83.3% in the SEC. His senior year seemed to be kind of weird, going 5 for 9 and only 55%. After graduating from Mississippi State, he signed with the Buffalo Bills as an undrafted free agent. He was eventually released and entered the free agency market once again. In 2022, he was drafted in the 3rd round as the 24th pick in the XFL draft. Ruiz looks to begin his professional career with a fresh start in the XFL. With it all being said and done, you can say Brandon Ruiz lived up to the hype of being the number 1 kicking recruit in the country. I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving